support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
Welcome to the show, Van. How are you doing?
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me on the show with everyone here.
This is pretty cool, man. So you're talking basically private storage outside of warehouses, things like that.
Absolutely. So storing of any type of items. So it could be, of course, packages like we're focusing on fighting piracy. In addition, you can store your bags. You sell something on Facebook Marketplace, you can put it in the locker, and you can have your person come pick it up there anytime. So it's a multi-use locker solution. In addition, at the show, we have our first Autobot locker, which is actually a self-driving locker that can even come to you at your location.
Cool. That's wicked cool. And I mean, this is it. I'm sure this is springboarded off of the whole Amazon locker concept, the idea that, something can be delivered to your proximity. But the idea of having a private storage locker is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's the first question we often get. Hey, what's the difference between our lockers and Amazon lockers? And the main difference is it's open to anyone to use. We put them around cities, very similar to Amazon locations. We put them at gas stations, coffee shops. But the most exciting part is any retailer, could be a major retailers can access them. In addition, it could be a small business or a solo entrepreneur can access these lockers. So the multi-use, they can be used by each door and compartment can be used by different companies.
That is really cool, man. Now, what was the birth of this concept for you?
Yeah, so the birth of the concept's been almost 2 decades in the making. So our founder, Arik, he started a company called Laundry Locker in San Francisco. This is before the iPhone even was invented. People were using the BlackBerry. So he made a very easy laundry locker solution that solved his personal need of dropping off laundry at laundromats. He's like, hey, how can I build something that's easy to drop off my laundry and that I can do it while my busy life that he had been working in technology. So he made a laundry locker, and that quickly became the largest laundromat in San Francisco, dropping off laundry points at apartment buildings.
Yeah.
And scaling that business was hard. You had to buy these lockers, and to make it go into other cities, you started putting the lockers into selling the lockers as a technology solution, and it quickly became these laundry service locations where they were starting in a lot of partials from e-commerce, and that's where a company called Lockers was born. Now it's his third locker business, and that's what we're part of.
Okay.
And now it's where we're deploying lockers around cities to make it more accessible. So we have over 10,000 lockers around the United States at apartment buildings and retail locations, and now we're getting out on the streets, really making it more accessible to the general public.
That is really awesome, man. And to know that this is available for small retailers, stuff like that, that is really cool, because especially it's hard to ship things. It's hard to be able to get things into a client's hands sometimes, especially if you are a small business. And how does the system work? How does somebody opt into the system?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are a B2B platform, but we have an app marketplace that has all the different companies and solutions on it. So within our marketplace, we have over 20 apps available that offer different use cases to use it. And one of my most fun, exciting use case we have is an entrepreneur in the San Francisco area, and he's a solo entrepreneur milling flour, actually cooking flour to cook.
Okay.
And he started off as a side hustle. He was just milling flour, selling it on Facebook Marketplace. And then he always was meeting people up randomly. Hey, go eat at Safeway. Go to the parking lot. And then he's getting a lot of customers. It's like, this is taking my whole weekend.
Yeah.
So he started dabbling into other delivery, but they're taking a large percentage of his business. Then he's now using Harbor as that location. So he just spends an hour each week. He gets all the orders throughout the week. On Friday, he cuts off time. He mills it. And then he goes and drops them off in the locker. And it really just lets him now actually quit his job being an Uber engineer. So it's not just an Uber, he's a high-paying, 6-figure paid person. Now he's actually able to grow his business by leveraging our platform.
That is really cool. Now, what is the entry point for somebody to be able to get into the Harbor lockers?
Entry point is super easy. It is, you just download the apps, one in the marketplace, and start using it today. So there's no monthly fees, pay-per-use model. You don't have to go buy one of these lockers. It's just on-demand access.
Cool. Now, how do you assure the fact that nobody's taking stuff from the locker?
That is a great question. So that's where we spent all of our years of research of making a really smart, lock, and secure solution. So we know when an item is put in the locker, because we have it all accessed via mobile device. So it only opens the compartment that person that you bought the item from in, and then when the person comes and picks it up, it's a secure token that opens up via your mobile device. So it's all controlled via technology that we've built out, controlled via your mobile phone.
Awesome. What is the availability of Harbor Lockers right now? Where can people find them?
Right now, we're in many major markets around the United States. We launched last year. It was like our main year, launching kind of in the alpha stage. Now this year we're expanding. We have over 200 locations in the United States, and we'll be having over 25,000 locations by the end of next year.
Yeah, and I can attest to the need for something like this. I've for a long time had a pedal modification business where I would modify people's guitar pedals.
That's a good business. That sounds like fun.
It was super fun. It was great. But yeah, it got to a point where I had to get a space outside of my house because I was I would jokingly tell people, let's make this look as much like a drug deal as possible whenever we would meet up in a Walmart parking lot, something like that.
That makes it a little more adventure for you.
But it was also the fact of I had strange people that I did not know come into my house, finding out where I live. Like that becomes a security issue at some point. So the fact that you actively have a delivery service and somewhere that is a neutral spot that is secure and secured to be able to drop that off at, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's really fun, really part about the robot side. You can actually take that pedal that you made, have the robot come to your house. The robot you can put it in the robot, and it'll actually drive to your customer, and they can pick it up.
That's
awesome.
A
really other fun thing we have here at the show that we're revealed.
What's the average cost per send on something like this for the person dropping the item off?
Yeah, since we're a B2B model, we charge the actual companies that build on top of the apps and solutions.
Okay.
So, it can be starting at 50 cents and work its way up from there.
Wow, that is really awesome and forward-thinking and a great solution for small businesses across America to be able to get product to people.
Absolutely.
Where can people go to, download the app? Is it available on all marketplaces? Is there a desktop version? And how do they get involved with Harbor Lockers?
Yeah, to discover apps in our marketplace, you go to harborlockers.com/apps. That'll show our app marketplace as we have available today with more and more being released. And to find more and get involved, again, just go to our website, harborlockers.com. You can go there to explore the different locations we have. And if you have a business that you want to leverage and build a solution on top of, you can actually build your own app, a product as well.
Too cool. Well, Van, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
This is an incredible concept. I love it. What a great way to be able to help small businesses reach their consumer.
Yeah, I can't wait till next year. Maybe we get together again and share some more updates we have.
Absolutely. And maybe next time bring the robot with you.
Yep, absolutely. Have a good one, Chris. Thank you.
Hey, you too. Thank you.
The Tech Podcast Network CES 2024 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz, Clinton Millsap, Sergio Velasquez, and Terry Willingham. Voiceover by Aaron Hurst. Our hosts are Marlo Anderson, Don Bain, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, and Christopher Jordan. Studio and equipment are provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network broadcast, copyright 2024.